Today, we're gonna do things a little bit differently. Today I'm gonna talk about a game that has been recommended by you beautiful people. Hi, I'm Tom, and this is Dark Souls 3. Now, let's get one thing straight first. This is not a review. Dark Souls is a great game and everybody who has played it can testify for that. This is more a blast of the past type of deal, where you amazing people recommend games that have been out for a while and not everybody would instantly buy or play it. Because I would have never touched Dark Souls 3 if it was not for your recommendations. But I think it's good to get yourself out of the first person shooter comfort zone once in a while and play something differently. If you have a game that slipped under the radar or is a bit older and you think it should be revisited by people like yourself, leave a comment and maybe I'll check it out and make a video about it so others can enjoy it too. So with that out of the way, let's talk about Dark Souls 3. If you've never played Dark Souls, the only thing you probably ever know about it is the fact that it is hard, which sets up stigmas for the game and leads to quotes like, "It's the Dark Souls of first-person shooters, it's the Dark Souls of real-time strategy games." They say that about every game that has a small incline in difficulty where you do not expect it. However, Dark Souls for me feels like a combination of two games, Cuphead and Ratchet & Clank. Wait, what? Okay, let me explain. Let's start with Cuphead. Dark Souls is hard, but the obstacles and threats are clear and obvious 99% of the time. Just like in Cuphead, where the difficulty doesn't come from particular damage increases by items or cheesy AI tactics which will fuck you over, but instead of a boss fight pattern that you can learn and adapt to. Cuphead and Dark Souls both do this. You have a boss which has a certain skill set and attacks. You learn these attacks and fight back correctly and with the right dodges and maybe parries where needed. But as soon as you get to the next boss, it all doesn't matter anymore because the next boss has a completely different skill set. So you have to learn that again and again and on and on. Each boss feels differently and requires you to handle the situation different, which makes it an instant breath of fresh air each time you start a new level. And yes, I'm also acutely aware that that is pretty much the only thing those two games have in common. But now I hear you think, why the fuck does Dark Souls 3 remind you of Ratchet & Clank? Explain yourself, Tom, I'm dying to know. Well, it's really just level design. In the old Majestic games, you often ran around on a planet where you had multiple branching paths from the start of the levels, like in Dark Souls, with some form of boss battle or challenge at the end. And after those encounters, you would find a way to bring yourself to the next level, like in Dark Souls, and then you go and kick some more ass. And seeing the fact that I haven't played games that use this kind of level design in a long time, I got some instant memories back. It's really weird how that works. Now again, that is pretty much the only thing those games have in common, but man, I had a strange feel of nostalgia when I was slaying some utterly disgusting creatures. And there are some strange things here. The most normal things I could find were knights and dragons, but whatever the fuck this is, only God can know. Or those horror chests that like to eat you for breakfast. Nothing in this world is normal, and that is the one thing I kind of did expect when I was going into this. But let's get down to business, because me reminiscing about old games is not a reason for you to play this. The reason you should play Dark Souls, if you're not playing it or games like it already, is the fact that it feels like something new and challenging. Most games nowadays feel like they need to point you in the right direction the entire time with objective markers and hold your hand while doing so. Dark Souls basically says, find your own path, get to the end, and get fucked while you try and make it there. If you die, you die. You will lose all your souls and you have to start over. However, it never seems that Dark Souls is unfair because every enemy can be seen from a mile away and has attacks that you can predict after a while, unknowingly forcing you to learn attack patterns and counters. I think unknowingly is the key word here. Even though there are no objectives markers, no missions, no guides, nobody telling you what to do and how to do it, I somehow always knew what to do. And that is also with me never having played any other Dark Souls game. Nevertheless, it doesn't make the experience less enjoyable. In matter of fact, I would simply say that they became more enjoyable the more you have to figure things out for yourself. All in all, if you've never played a Dark Souls game, I would highly recommend that you buy it. Now with the Black Friday deals, it barely costs anything, so no reason not to try it out. I would recommend it to you especially when you think it isn't your cup of tea, because I thought that way for years and now I'm being proven ignorant, seeing that Dark Souls 3 is most certainly worth my time and most certainly worth playing. I think that is all I have to say about Dark Souls 3. If you have any other game which is underrated or you just want to share with other people, feel free to leave a comment and I will definitely take a look. Until that time, I would like to thank you very much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.